A small card that plays a big role in your financial life. Whether you are filing your income tax return, opening a bank account, investing in mutual fund, buying property, or starting a business. One document connects almost every financial transaction. Your PAN, permanent account number. How the government has introduced PAN 2.0, a step towards making taxpayer services more secure, digital, and efficient. But what exactly is PAN 2.0? Do you feel need to apply for a new PAN? Will your existing PAN become invalid? Is there any fees involved? Let's answer all these questions in today's episode of Tax Talks by TNC Sridhar. Why was PAN 2.0 introduced? Income Tax Department administration is becoming increasingly digital over the years. PAN has become much more than just an income tax document. Today it is linked with income tax returns, banking transactions, securities and investments, GST registration, property purchase, business registration, financial compliances. With increasing digital usage, there was a need for a better security, faster verification, easier accessibility, unified taxpayers service, reduced duplications. PAN 2.0 has been introduced to support these objectives by modernizing the overall PAN ecosystem. The focus is not merely on issuing a card, it's about creating a smarter and more secure digital identity for taxpayers. What is PAN 2.0? PAN 2.0 is an upgraded digital ecosystem for PAN service. It aims to simplify the way the taxpayer obtains, verify, update, and use their PAN details. One of the most significant enhancements is that introduction of QR code enables PAN cards allowing instant verification of PAN details through secure digital technology. The initiative also seeks to integrate multiple PAN related services into a more streamlined and user friendly system. The objective is convenience, transparency, and improved security. Do you need a new PAN? This is perhaps most common question. The answer is no. If you already have a valid PAN, your PAN does not change. There is no requirement to obtain a fresh PAN merely because PAN 2.0 has been introduced. Your existing PAN remains valid and all legal and financial purposes. The PAN number continues to be unique for every taxpayer. Therefore, do not believe messages claiming that your old PAN has become invalid, that you must urgently pay money to obtain a new PAN. Such messages may even be fraudulent. Always rely only on government communication. What are the key features of PAN 2.0? Let's understand the major improvements. The digital first approach. PAN services are becoming increasingly paperless, reducing manual processes and improving convenience. QR code verification. The enhanced QR code helps institutions verify the PAN details quickly and securely. This reduces the possibility of fake or tampered PAN cards. Better integration. PAN related services are expected to become more integrated across different government platforms, make compliances easier, improve data accuracy. Updated system may help minimize the duplication and improve taxpayers' records. Enhance security, modern digital safeguards help protect taxpayers' information against misuse and identity related frauds. Faster processing. Applications connected with updates are expected to become more efficient through improved digital infrastructure. How does PAN 2 benefit a taxpayer? For most taxpayers, the benefits are practical. You can expect faster verification, better online services, reduced paperwork, improved security, easier authentication, better integration with financial services, business, financial institutions, and government departments also benefit from quicker verification process. Ultimately, this improves the overall taxpayer's experience. Common myth about PAN 2.0. Myth 1. My old PAN is no longer valid. False. Existing valid PAN card continues to remain valid. Myth 2. I must immediately pay to replace my PAN. False. Do not make any payment based on random call, email, or messages. Always verify information through official government portals. Myth 3. I will receive penalty if I don't apply immediately. False. Do not panic because of misleading social media posts or fraudulent messages. Myth 4. My PAN number will change. Absolutely not. Your PAN number remains the same. Here I would like to explain the PAN itself. The PAN consists of first 5 digits, 5 letters in capital. Then it has got 4 numerics and one letter. That is what is called as alpha, they use it. Now, out of the first 5, the first 3 are series numbers. Series means what? The 4 number that you have, this may start from 0001 and can run up to 9999. That's all. After that, what happens? So now what happens? The first number starts with AAA 0001 and then it runs up to 9999. Once that is over, the series changes to AAB. AAB again 0001 and goes on. So AAB, by putting the alphabet, it can make 26 times. That is 26 multiplied by 26 multiplied by 26. And from 001 to 999. That many number of numbers can be accommodated by this. So the first 3 alphabets indicate the series and the next alphabet which indicates your status. If you are individual, it is P. If you are a company, it is C. If you are a firm, it is F. Like that, all the 7 status. That is an individual. If it is HUF, it will be H. So individual, HUF, firm, company. Then association of persons will have A. If you are a artificial juridical body, they are representative assessee. They will call R. Like that, all these codes are put over. This is a code for the status of the person. Then comes the first letter of your name. Suppose your name is Rajgopal, it will be R. If your name is Nita, it will be N. So it will be, if you are an individual, it will be PN or PR, like that. Then the 4 number which is there, which indicates your registration number, which number you are put there. And lastly, that alphabet which is there is a secret alphabet. That generated by the computer on the basis of the earlier 9 alphanumeric numbers. And there's a check number which is called, check alphabet is called. Suppose anywhere you make a mistake, because of every possibility that when there's O, instead of typing O, you may type 0. So in that case, what happened? There is a confusion. Because 0 is a numeric and O is alpha. If such mistakes occur, immediately the system will say that this is a wrong PAN. So when the correct number is typed, the last is a check alpha which is there. These are the consist of this PAN band. Okay. Now, safety tips for taxpayers. Whenever there is a major digital initiative, keep these precautions in mind. Never share OTP, PAN credentials beyond legitimate requirements, Aadhaar authentication details, internet banking passwords. Never click on suspicious links claiming to update your PAN immediately. Verify every communication through official government website only. Be conscious of callers demanding payment for urgent PAN activation. Remember, government departments do not ask for confidential information through random phone calls or unofficial messaging platforms. To ensure smooth compliance, check whether your PAN details are correct. Ensure your PAN is linked wherever required under the applicable laws. Keep your registered mobile number and email updated. Monitor official announcements for future development. Ignore rumors circulating on social media. Be informed is always better than reacting to misinformation. Let's quickly summarize today's discussion. PAN 2.0 modernizes the PAN ecosystem. Your existing PAN remains valid. PAN number does not change. The initiative focuses on digital service and enhanced security. QR code enables verification, improves authenticity. Always trust only official government communication. Stay alert against fraud related to PAN updates. A well-informed taxpayer is always better protected. I hope today's discussion has helped you in understanding PAN 2.0 really means and, more importantly, what it does not mean. As taxpayers, our responsibility is not only to comply with the tax laws, but also to stay informed and avoid misinformation. In our next episode, we'll discuss an interesting and often misunderstood topic, taxation angle of card game clubs. It is an episode that will help clarify several practical questions surrounding the gaming and taxation. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this episode useful, do like, share, and subscribe to the Tax Talks by TNC Sridhar so you never miss our weekly discussion. See you next week, Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Until then, stay aware and stay tax-free.